Hey DKI, time for another Take 5. Ken Copeland here, Director of Business Development with DKI Pro Supply. And today we're talking about getting your phones answered. Because the most important part after you get the job is to have your phones answered and sell the jobs from that point. So today with us, we have Josh Ulrich, National Sales Manager with Time Communications. How are you doing today, Josh?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing very well. Thank you for joining us today. And as we all know, I mean, the key, once you do your marketing and do everything you do to promote the job and you build your reputation and people call, then you've got to answer your phones. And you're not there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which the restoration business is. So you need somebody to answer your phones in the off hours. So Time Communications has been a great partner for a long time. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Definitely, yeah. So Time Communications, we were established in 1972, and we've been in business for just about 50 years now. And we specialize in developing customized solutions to ensure your callers and your customers are receiving the personal attention that they deserve and that they want. Nope, looks like I got a call.
You didn't forward your phones before we started this meeting?
This is why I need an answering service.
Okay,
That's money. And that's exactly it. I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, I mean, when you're in a meeting, when you're busy, when someone else calls you at the same time and you don't realize it and they hit a busy signal, or they're loop around after hours to click this button or click that button, a lot of the times you're losing interest. And you're losing, because of Google and all the great tools that someone has. They can search the next company in a second and give them a call. And so that's really what we do is we specialize in answering those calls, being an extension of your business, so that your callers or customers feel comfortable and they feel like their call has been answered and now it's going to be resolved. And so we set it up specifically for each company. It's customized to their exact needs and down to the scripting, the answer phrase, everything, to make sure that you can offer that service to your customers and in the end, grow your business.
Very cool. So where are your employees located? I mean, are you guys based in one state or are you spread out across the country?
Yeah, so we're located mainly in Minnesota.
Okay.
We have kind of in the surrounding states, but mainly in Minnesota. We have our office in Roseville, Minnesota and Perham, Minnesota. Then we have a couple little offices with our parent company, Arvig, kind of in the surrounding, Fargo, North Dakota is one of them as well. So.
Okay. So why use an answering service? What is, what are some reasons that a company would want to use an answering service?
Yeah, so really, a lot of people think they have to be a certain level to use an answering service, and that's totally not true at all. So we offer, small and large, companies the benefits of being able to forward your phone, being able to forward your phone when your lines are busy during the day, and then also answering after hours, holidays, and weekends. And the benefit of that is exactly kind of like we talked about a second ago is you don't realize how often you can miss a call or how often someone can hit a busy signal or when, if you're passing the phone back and forth kind of on an after hours schedule, how things can get lost in all of that. And unless you're combing through your phone records, you really have no way of knowing that unless someone leaves a review.
Right.
Which we know is a whole nother.
That's right.
That's why using an answering service is smart. Now, there's a lot of concerns about that. Obviously, you're trusting a piece of your business with someone else, and that's why we have our customized approach to make sure we can be an extension of your business and a good partner for the future and a long-term partner. So, and one other thing I'll add, that makes us unique is, we're owned by a company. It's a family-owned, employee-owned company called Arvig, and they started in Perham, Minnesota, which is a very small town. And actually, it's still where they're headquartered. And all of our employees partake in great benefits, employee ownership, profit sharing, really generous PTO plans and policies, health insurance. So it's more than just a quick job for someone. I mean, when someone works with us and is answering our phones, it's a career, and that's what really helps our quality. And really, that's why we have such, high customer satisfaction rates and retention.
Very cool. So it is critical to have a person answering your phone rather than a machine. and to have somebody who's invested in the business is so much better than having, an hourly employee who's going to be jumping from service to service. Because I know it's almost like there's a perception about answering services. You see in my mind, when I look at it, I see a room full of people with the phones going off all the time. And I mean, I guess that's a perception. So what you guys have is so much more sophisticated than that. And the fact that your employees are all kind of ESOP and part of the organization really kind of sets you apart from everybody else, I believe. So what makes Time Communications a good fit for the restoration industry?
Yeah, so we put a lot of focus and attention on one, again, finding a customized approach for each business, but two, our answer times and then also dispatch times are super important as well. So we work with a lot of emergency-based businesses, so we do go over a couple of different industries, but our largest customer base is definitely in the emergency, response dispatch. Okay. We have our system is really great too. When your calls come in immediately, they're tracked until they're dispatched and sent off, and we've confirmed that you've received the call. So there's also a lot of information that you can get, which offers security. So how long calls are waiting for, when they're being dispatched, what happened, what time do they come in, and so on.
Well, very cool. Yeah. And I thank you so much for the information today, because I think it's really good for our members to know kind of what sets you apart and what makes Time Communication different. You guys have been a partner in the ProSupply program for a long time. And I know that anytime I've had issues, because we are all human, you've been able to jump on it right away and get those issues resolved. So I really appreciate what you guys have done for us.
Yeah, and that's one thing, like you just noted. Now, it's not saying that we never make a mistake, but what makes us really unique is we will make sure all that stuff is tracked, and we'll make sure that we do everything in our power to make sure that mistake doesn't happen again. We have a really great account management team, and everybody receives a dedicated account manager. So one point of contact for any questions, concerns, praises, whatever it may be. We have one person that you can work with, get comfortable with. And that also is a really, really big piece of our success.
Very cool. Very cool. So for you DKI members watching this, if you're not part of the office management team, or this doesn't apply to what you do, please share it with them, because Time Communications is a great partner, and I think they offer a great solution. And Josh and his team would love to talk with you and see what it might take to get you guys engaged with their company. So Josh, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you have any questions, thanks a lot, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.